Mic test, mic test. Let's see if this works. Mic test, mic test. Let's see if this works. Mic test, mic. Oh yeah, we're good. All right. Start the treadmill going. And let me move my chat screen here. Let's see. Monetization is off. All right, we're good there. I don't see anybody in here at the moment. I think a lot of you guys are all focused in on Discord, which is totally cool. Let's make sure that we have everything set up correctly. Details and all of that good jazzy stuff. Yep. Members only. Level 2 and higher. Make sure. Put it in the right playlist. Level 2 members. Live trading. ES and NQ futures. Let's see. Footprint. There'll be some order flow. Should be good to go. Customization. Members can chat only. Yeah, we should be good. No delays, no slow mode. Yeah. We're good. Okay. This is where it matters that your Discord name is the same as your YouTube name. Otherwise, when you guys have questions and we go to talk about it later, I have no idea who you are. And I won't make an attempt if I don't recognize your name as being similar with YouTube. My brain just won't classify it right. So let me put one more notification to the Discord. All right. Yeah. No, we're good. People see it. Maybe we'll give everybody a link real quick because there's only one person in here according to my count. www.youtube.com/c/trade your plan. Live now. Oh, that's weird. Didn't even give it to me. www.youtube.com wasn't a link. /c/trade your plan. Maybe that'll come up. Oh, it doesn't. Weird. All right. Feel like there's just hardly anybody in here, which is really odd to me. Really odd. Anyway. Yeah, I can see that this is good. It's all working. It's on super low latency. I just see one person in here. Just one. That's it. Let me make sure on Discord that you guys all can see it. Well, this is kind of problematic. I need to know if this is working for you guys or not. What is going on curing PCs? Okay, well that's good. Man, if you have any questions about the market, happy to answer them. Looks like an attempt at a reversal here on the Nasdaq. We will go.
Orderflow.
Oh my word. That was a little loud. That's gonna hurt my brain. So let's do this. Let's turn the sounds off. Mute alerts. Okay, cool. Yeah, there's still only one person in here, and it's mind-blowing a little bit. But that's okay. Not everybody wants to Oh, mess around with this. I get it. Okay, so where are we? We're long there. Got our stop here. Yeah, this is fine. This works. Oh, you know what I noticed is that I have gamma levels up, so I got to turn those off. Not allowed to put spot gamma levels up on my chart. Y'all need to subscribe to get them on the chart to get such beautiful levels to play off of. But reversals on the E-mini came. Hey, found Waldo. Good morning. What's up, Jayden? What's up, Andre? I'm a little long NASDAQ here, as you can see. I like this volume build here. And in this area, look, this is going to... We sold off here. I get it. We're in range. But this is just a big bear sell candle, right? It closes on its lows like this. And we have volume here, so we spit out all the longs. But, you know, this risk reward, a little too skewed for my liking. It needs to be about there. So like if we turn this on, let me turn this on real quick. Yeah, something like that. Let's see. Let's see if we get a failed break here, or if we just get the whole trade on and it works. All right, pushing, 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 and hesitation. We got to get out. The reason for that, look, you can see the structure here on these lows right here, right? So this is the eventual target, a little higher. So now we can put some risk on. We can tighten up this stop. And let's go for a little bit better than 1R. Let's see. Notice this stop is just over that swing high there. So short term still might be wrong, might stop out. That's okay. We'll give it a shot. We can put more risk on right above. Might just go trigger my stop and then get me out. That's okay. I think the trade will work, personally. All right, so stop on this guy, be a little bit closer. So we're short an MNQ here. Finally, I found Waldo, yeah. So, you know, this area right here, so stopped on that one. Let's see if we get in. All right, we did. Another one. So there's another player here on the NASDAQ. All right, let's move our stop. Let's zoom out just a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. That is about... Let's see what happens here. This is not a ton of consolidation. You know, you would really want all of this to equal a lot more consolidation here. You would want this to be wider consolidation. So this position might get stopped for a little loser. That's okay. All right, that's fine. We'll just let it go. Into the 618 of the move here, just above. So we had stops trigger up here. You can see it, price action, my own included. How's the, hey, good morning, Aaron. How's the delay on this thing? Is it okay? All right, where's the 1R fade here? Right about here, here, here. Yeah, it's okay. All right, that's good. And about there. Yeah, that's about right. What's going on, Phil C? Remember, this doesn't go out into the YouTube stratosphere, so ask questions, guys. I'm gonna move this whole screen down here. Let's make sure you guys have a good view. Yep, you do. Let's see. All right, we're good. I can see this whole YouTube screen well now. Let's see. We're gonna stop out again. That's okay. That's one heck of a reversal here. Just looking on the E-mini and the Nasdaq. You know what's interesting is the Nasdaq on its swing lows kind of pivoted, so it was weaker this morning. And since this, we'll call it like double bottom low, the Nasdaq has gotten stronger. So the market did a little pivot. Oh, thank you, Dave. I appreciate that. Link in the Discord. Okay, I'm no longer going to monitor the Discord. I'm turning it off so I don't get distracted. There we go. All right. So Andre, this trade here, we're just going up to the so the 50 move. Let's see. Oh, some of my shortcut things are not working. So okay, so I'm on Mint 21 this morning, so I'm a little behind on some of my screen drawing tools. So this move here to this move down here, the 50 line is here. It did not reject. It's slowing in here. It's just hesitating a bit. That's all it's doing. When it does that, typically all the longs from here will start taking profit and you'll get like a pullback right here. It just depends. Are we going to get stopped? And you know, we can be wrong on the trade. So, didn't work. E-mini just broke over the highs up here into end of month settlement. So we're going to give that a little short with stops above. A little bit better than 1R and some 5-point take profit, 3-point stop loss. All right. Yeah, I mean, is it the best trade in the world? I don't know. Nasdaq looking like it's trying to go over. It's still, so the greater picture is we're in here, but it's still part of this what I would call like a short-term BBWC. The better entries are higher. All right. E-mini with a bunch of zero prints here, likely to fill in. And then we have liquidity sitting at 30 in 100, 10, and 12. All right. We were met with a fairly large player right at the top here on the E-mini at 34. So let's see if we spit him down. All right. There's hesitation there. So we're going to de-risk some to lock it in and move our stop down on the Nasdaq because of this move near the break-even point. And the reason for that, oh wait, do you guys see those stops moved or no? That's weird. Oh yeah, they're right here. It's just hard to see. The reason for that is that liquidity right here, it's bouncing 2-3 ticks above it. So it didn't just come down and smash it. We'll see. It still may smash through, and then maybe we get our targets below. Let's see. Yep. The RBV, yeah, we're going to get stopped. Now we're going to go take out those highs likely. We'll see. I mean, there are still tons of interest to buy up here at this level. So let's see. Let's see how it goes. I do like the Nasdaq in let's see if I can put a resistance zone up here for a short into this area. 1, 2, 3. Let's see. Just trying to figure out my risk. Here, here, here. So the best entry is right into here, 78 maybe. And then our profit takers come in down in here. Yeah, really? All right, so we're having sideways movement right now. You see that? So we're going to take a shot on 1 here. And that stop goes just above the high. So that's a short right here, just because the market's finding a little bit of, it's going sideways here. It's suggesting to me there's likely trap traders here. Is it the world's best setup? No, it's not A++++, but you know, I'm taking a few trades here on these micros just to demonstrate more my analysis. Bottom of the range here. Look. We got to get the right amount on the screen here. Hey, why is this not working? Huh. That's weird. All right, so now we're a little zoomed in. There we go. Much better. So this position is short from 55. The stop is 68. The take profit is 31. All right, so it's about a 2-hour trade. Let's see. Yeah. I am waiting for questions, guys, because rather than attempt to copy trade me here, I would definitely suggest you get me answering questions, because otherwise, how do I address the knowledge gap? So anyway, let's do this. So we see we're building volume here right at this level. So this volume on this footprint bar here is corresponding to this up and down movement we see right here. Right? You see that? So the volume is built at the lower end of this range mainly. So, you know, so these volume bars are printing 600, every 600 volume or 600 contracts. On Anton, that 0 gamma level was money, right? It got me out of my short perfectly. Literally. I mean, look, did I take them all at the exact right spot on the Nasdaq? I did not. I didn't get the. I mean, OVWAP was the entry. Let's see. Let's see what happens here if we break down through here, or if we just range out. Let's see. Da, da, da. So we have a volume node here, right here, that you would expect in this area to support. And that's right at 38. Okay. So let's see. All right. I don't want to see this go back up into this candle, because then it's a range candle. Don't want that. And this is where your risk reward gets skewed when you don't take 1R, guys. This is what I was talking about with Monte Carlo. So there you go. It's out. So now it's going to turn into probably, as we break above this volume node, that's a fake out. Why is it? Because whoever's positioned here, as it moves back above, if they're not selling yet, then it's probably going to break all these candle highs. Especially because, right here, you see this candle? It's a big old pin bar. So all the price action traders, they want to get short here, so they're going to get run over. So that's why you stop out on this setup here, like that. There you go. They're going to get run over. And I was talking the other day. All right, new candle highs. That's the worst. I expected this to pull back. Yeah. I need to adjust this a little bit. That's the worst. They went, found the stops, the profit takers. I wanted to try and get the short right here into new highs for a little scalp, but a little slow while I'm talking here. I needed to change my take profit type. So anyway, all the way back to this volume node. Then it gets more interesting here. All right, let's try. Let's try again. 8-point stop, 16-point take profit. Back through the volume node. Let's see. A little noisy. The idea being they found all the liquidity, and now back below this volume node, maybe we spit them all back down. Again, noisy spot, but it is what it is. If you're going to play the noise, accept the risk. So now here we are at 1R almost, right here near the lows, was 1R, right? See how you can get your 1R? The market just usually moves in, like look, they're building here. A little bit of volume. Little bit of volume. You see that? Is this position built out? That was quick volume, so somebody sold. Fairly nice chunk up here at 48. All right, let's go down here. Let's see. Yeah, appraiser guy, those Gamma questions, unless, if you're a SpotGamma subscriber and you want to ask SpotGamma questions, we're going to keep that to the SpotGamma channel for the most part. It just gets too confusing, and I'm not going to be giving out these SpotGamma levels. Yeah, good question, Curing. So you see my stop is up here at 8 points. My take profit is 16. You see how that's a very easy, my stop is half the distance to 16. That's 2R. If it was 8-point stop, 8-point take profit, they're equal distance from each other. Right? So you see this right here changing. It's 8 points of profit. Well, that's an 8-point stop. So that's 1R. So if I took this trade out right here at 42 and I'm short 51, that's a 9-point winner. So that's better than 1R. In other words, my take profit is slightly bigger than my my stop. All right. That is some a little bit of volume build here. So I took that off. And they're building it so closely to this area here. I mean, that's a position, so it would be likely to go get my stop and then potentially move in the same direction of the market. It just depends. If the market goes up first, so this is now a pin bar, right? All the price action traders say short it. Now the longs are nervous because what? 1 pin bar, 2, 3. So we'll likely spit out longs, but we'll likely go get stops in that pin bar too. It's low volume up there. So I don't know what direction it's going to break, but when I start seeing it like this, I start thinking we're going to go. This is interesting here with this little volume build. There's more volume here on the footprint than there is down here. I still expect that to be a little resistive. Let's see. I expect this to be resistive just because of how we pushed up. I'm actually kind of waiting. I was waiting to get long right in here. NASDAQ around 39. We might get the push up now. We'll see. Okay, so as this market changes behavior, I cancel these, um, and we consolidate. So I don't have my marking tools. Let me see. Maybe I still do. Let me look here. Let's see. It's MP Grommet. Let me see if I still have it. MP or Grommet MPX. Yeah, I do, but I don't have shortcuts to them, so I'm feeling a little naked here. Toggle painting. So that's what, F9? Okay. I think that gets me the, yep, it does. So this little consolidation right now is kind of a short-term balance, right? If we break that short-term balance, we'll double it to the upside. So me just shorting here, here, and here, like I was, I've changed my mind because of this sideways movement. But, you know, had we just kept going, I would have taken it. But because we start to balance out, it shifts in real time, right? The ideas shift. Let's see here. Let me turn this. Oh, this is going to take me forever. Let's go F9. Yeah, okay, we're good. What's the clearing it? Control F9? Yep, cool. It's going to take me a little longer this morning. Anyway, E-mini bounced off OVWAP there and settlement. High volume. Can't keep up. I can't keep up when I talk, but I'm going to try. So this is all for you guys here. This is all for you guys. Very difficult for me to keep up in these markets and talk because they are moving a little faster, right? I hit my 3 for 3 on E-minis and NASDAQ trades this morning, so I'm good. I am good to go today. So this is a little more prime time trading, but see how it moves so much faster than, you know, the sluggish kind of 9:30, 10 o'clock time? It's hard for me to keep up on the mic, guys. Hello, Robert Korn. Welcome. Robert Korn says, way better? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Discord is nice because people can get on the mic and just interrupt me better. And that's good. Just go back and forth. So, you know, that aspect of it is fabulous. So to each their own. This is nice because you have a little bit of all right, E-mini into a spot here. Let's see. Let's see. Liquidity below us on the E-mini. You can see it on the book. And this kind of move here is probably going to produce a little bounce. Man, I wish I had my tools set up better. Okay, let's go this. Right there. Into this zone. Let's see if we get stopped first or if this thing moves up. We'll go here and there. We're saying we're going to trade this very short term. Garbage time of trading is due to lower volume that occurs between around 10 a.m. And 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, so that's Eastern Standard. It's 1 and 2 p.m. And you're just, if the market's moving in sort of a consolidative way, what it does is it just tends to spit out weak hands in ranges. So, you know, there's not a lot of large players in the market driving it really hard. So the momentum plays are a little different. Yeah, so it's a sideways market, Andre, so the SMAs don't come into my trading at all. Yeah, this is not going to be a good trade. This is going to grind down. We're going to just cut it quickly. Stop is to the idea, and I might be wrong, but the idea is, you know, look here on this chart. as this thing rooster tails essentially right through here, shorts they tried to get compensated, but they weren't. So this is a 1500 volume chart. So up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Maybe the quick scalpers got compensated, but short term, they lost the battle here just by this price action. So my idea is as we slow on momentum here, this goes bing and goes and tests up here. So, you enter on a 2-point stop with a 3-point profit taker. Then it comes up to here, which is like this little swing low, and this short-term little move down. So this is very tight time frame, guys. Low volume, and it doesn't go anywhere. It comes within like 1 tick of my take profit. So the play is a quick bing, hit it, take the 3 points, and just scalp. So this isn't about intraday swing trading or holding for a big move or anything. It's trying to just predict the next minute or 30 seconds. And I'm saying, no, didn't hold. It's meandering. So the price action should be down, bing, but it's going down, sideways, sideways. So this little price action isn't doing what I thought. The market's a little weaker. So instead of just letting the trade run, I'm saying, look, it doesn't correspond to the behavior I expect, so I'm out. I still I could be right. It could just go bing now. It doesn't matter. The initial behavior I expect off this is a quick oscillation to the upside. That's what I expect. So it doesn't matter for me at all if it goes up right now. I mean, look on the 5-minute, right? You have this aggressive buying here, especially down here at this level, the 27, and with the little taper. It might move up. Might go all the way up here. Who knows? But I'm zoomed way in here on a 1500 volume bar, and it didn't do on a short time frame what I expected it to do. So I cut it. Look, I'm not confusing my time frames here. If I'm going to scalp a tiny little move, that's what I'm doing. Yeah, in a sideways market, I never use the 10 and 20 SMAs, Andre. And the reason for that is because, look, you could say right here, it acted as support on the pullback. But did it act like anything here? Did it act like anything here? Did it act like anything here? No. Did it act like something here? Well, yeah, but it's only acted like something because, price oscillates short term around all kinds of points. This is the volume right here. From this little node here to here is what is bouncing on, right? And that's part of what all this is here, right? It's this up and down volume area, and you can see the volume node right here on the visible volume, right? Look, it's filling in now, but that's what that volume node was right here with negative delta. So that's what this was here, volume, negative delta. So it's bouncing here. But when you're testing it, if you say, well, the 10 and 20 SMA are holding it right now, well then you gotta look at the rest of it and say, is it really holding it, or is that just happenstance bounce from that zone? Hence why I don't use it in a sideways market. If the 10 and the 20 are just crossing each other and we have sideways, and we're not in clear trend, here, let's see if I can turn this on. Oh, I guess I need to learn to clear it. Let's see, Shift F9 clears it? Yep, I think I remember. Okay, so if we're in a trending market, right, and then the 10 SMA is here and we're bouncing off of it, useful. But if we start going sideways like that, and your 10 is like, starts doing that or something, but then the 20 is like, I don't know, right? You see how they just start to cross each other? It's not a good signal. It's a good signal in a downtrending market where it is often when the market goes down and then goes sideways and hits the 10, boom, it's a timing signal, and then boom, the market usually rips down again. You see that all the time in the markets. But a sideways thing, nope. I don't use it anymore. So anyway, all right, let's zoom out of this. All right. I mean, let me make sure I'm let me make sure I am. Hey, good morning, Abdel Hudos Zerwal. Are you happy we're on YouTube? I hope so. That's this is for a lot of you guys that are part-time business owners or part-time traders. This is useful. So okay, I see curing PC is retracted messages. It's useful for people if you ask those messages curing. If they can line up the questions with my answers. So it might be a little confusing later for people if you get rid of some of your risk reward questions. So I don't know. You can do what you want, but it definitely helps the community to leave questions. There are no dumb questions, so don't think like, oh, that was an obvious one in hindsight. No, 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 no. Absolutely not. Anyway, let's see. Nope, no more questions. Okay, let me clear this. Shift F9. So we're still heading in direction. Man, we rejected, so I'm just trying to figure this out short term. We rejected off of end of month settlement here. Man, we are in the chop zone. We are in the chop zone. So I saw a whole bunch of QQQ puts and calls come through kind of earlier in the morning for you SpotGamma folks right at the lows. For all you non-SpotGamma folks, it's probably good if you subscribe so you get those levels, but I get it, it gets expensive quick. But it's worth it if you're going to trade some contracts. A contract on the E-mini or the NASDAQ, these levels would have paid you a lot of money this morning just to take the SpotGamma levels or recapture of the levels, or right at 0 gamma even to the tick. It's pretty crazy. Put your stop just underneath the 0 gamma level, which I don't know if that works super well every day, but you definitely get better than 2 Rs on the trade almost all the time with the tight stop, right? The stop tightness remains to be seen for me, but so far it's been, you can get 2 and 3 hour trades on these things all day long if you're just a little patient. So kind of interesting, isn't it? USG people, what we're seeing consistently. And notice also last night, oh, here I am talking about SpotGamma, the volatility trigger, as soon as it got updated and it broke last night at, late, the market cascaded down. So that's something else for you guys, SpotGamma people, to notice. So anyway, we won't talk about that too much here, but real interesting. So Robert, yeah, no kidding, Alex. I mean, I was just, again, I keep getting my mind blown. That's the honest truth is I just keep getting my mind blown. I know I'm kind of, I sound like a shill, like, oh, look at SpotGamma, but I just keep getting my mind just torn apart. Like, what the heck, man? I mean, the volatility trigger comes in, you sell, and it just cascades. And it's like, sheesh capiche. These calculations they're doing, I mean, they're spot on, right? They're SpotGamma on. Anyway. So TPO looks like a balanced day forming. Would you trade the value high to value low back to POC? So it does look like a balanced day, but because we're under end of month settlement here, I have a very mixed bias today. Very mixed. Um, we're still in the range up here. Let's see. The Nasdaq is a bit weaker, but you know, if you zoom out on the TPO chart, oh god, I gotta. All right, let me switch screens. Let me, because we're in the wrong screen. So top left. I gotta go turn off SpotGamma. Jing, jing. Like, copy the screen. All right. So on a little bit higher time frame, right? We're filling in this whole area, which was kind of low volume. We haven't extended down 50%, but we had this look above and fail into higher time frame resistance. So this was all in my weekly homework. This higher time frame resistance, and I was suggesting it's a probability that we go up, and then maybe find some liquidity, and we see how we hold 41.75 if we hold it at all. And if we hold it, then it's onwards and upwards. But if not, we may have a look above and fail here. So it's some weekly homework stuff. It's the stuff I give all the L3 people from the weekend. I do it, 4 times a month. And then as the plan massively changes throughout the week, I'll update it. But this week, no updates yet so far. We're just in range. So when a new plan forms, I'll share it with the L3 folks. But here, in this area, like I said, it's just in balance at the lower end. This here, let's turn this on. This here is all low volume right now. So I would expect us just to build this out on this weekly. It's only Tuesday. So I don't know. This is choppy, right? And we're above. So going back to SpotGamma, we're above 0 gamma. So you would expect a tight range profit taking kind of environment. And that's kind of what we're seeing. We're seeing these moves in and around ranges that sort of just chop people up right now. So I think the regime needs to be play rotations short term, because it just gets really, really messy in here. You also want to consider, let's clear this out and turn this off. You also want to consider here that T1 and T2 are now above. So that puts pressure short term on market participants, right? So, and that's here, right? T1, T2, they're above us. So, it's an interesting spot for sure. Let's see. So here's the more SpotGamma levels I got to get rid of. All right. Here's the HUD, right? What did that do? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's good. All right. Jeez, my kid. What was I gonna look at here? Yeah, you can see here T1 and T2. They're fairly low volume, 27,000 and 25,000. They are low volume, so it suggests to me, when you go back and you look at the market profile perspective, that we're just chopping here. We're going to chop because of the HUD and because of, well, not the HUD, but because of low volume T1 and T2. So it's not like, now end of month, is that heavy volume? Yeah, end of month is here. And that's the, here, I'll get it back on the screen. End of month is here, guys. It's this. That's the settlement that occurs at the end of the month, and it's stupidly high volume, right? 170 1,000 contracts on the E-mini in 5 minutes. And all that volume is kind of a proxy for all of the underlyings. Right? The underlyings do big volume, so they're hedging off in futures. So everything does big volume at the end of the month. Anyway, move lower. Move lower. So if you're short, you take profit into the range somewhere. It's a 50 line here. Let's see if we can get it. Can't even. I feel like I can't take trades. It's just too fast while I talk. All right, 50 line. So little consolidation. The move is down, so maybe we go test it here. Right there. So let's see. So if you're short, they're going to take profit. Oh yeah, they are taking profit. Look. See that? The algos turn on. So short-term profit-taking environment, right? You had a volume built here. They're not buying. They're letting the market come back to them, and then they're hitting asks to cover. So zero print here. That would be the retest. All right, let's. The shortcut button doesn't work. Okay. Turn that off. F9. Okay. Just got to get back to my shortcut keys with this Grommet MPX tool. Let's see. All right, let me. Why not? So Clive Dean says, why not keep their levels and trade a fund of some sort? Why sell them? Sorry for another SG question. I'm on the free trial, Clive says. Hey, Clive, if you did sign up on the free trial under my referral or because of me, just shoot me a DM. Shoot me a DM on Discord. Right? We're trying to track the influence of our room on SpotGamma so that we can hold a little more power in getting the things that we want. So for example, if you're on Sierra Chart, you're on NinjaTrader, and you're like, these studies don't perform that well, there's some problems. Well, we can give them valuable feedback, and because we're all a big group of traders, or not a big group, but we're a small group of futures traders, some of us, that are kind of all together. Maybe they get their dev to make some of these changes that are what I think pretty basic, right? So especially for Sierra Chart, there's some things like transparency and subgraphs and stuff like that they should improve on. It's a basic. It should be just a basic coding for Sierra Chart. Anyway, test back up. Okay, so Clive says, why not keep their levels and trade a fund of some sort? Why sell them? Sorry for another SG question. I'm not sure I understand the question. The question has a lot of assumptions built into it. So I'm not sure I understand that question. Let's see. Talk and walk. Yes, sir, technical trader. So Robert Korn, low volume T1 and T2 just means that we don't have, below it, we don't have a ton of trapped hedge funds above. So you could say it like that, but I prefer to talk in terms of if we're below it, do we get liquidation breaks? So notice, right? We have T1 here, which is here. Yesterday, that's essentially where we closed. So today we went up, almost got to those singles, and then whoosh, back down. But we're below T1 and T2. So if you understand the concepts of T1, T2, which, guys, that's going to be the next level 2 video. So if you understand the concepts of the cash settling, and I've talked about this for a long, long time, you understand that they're hedge funds who are holding positions from end of month, T1, T2, they're all starting to get underwater a little bit. That puts pressure on the market. But when you look at T1 and T2 and they're super low volume, it does not lead typically to a huge liquidation break. So that's kind of what I'm referring to, Robert. Hmm. Yeah, no problem, my friend. Robeast. I think I used to call you Robeast back in the day. Um, where are we at here? Let's see. We're still on this screen. How long have we been going? We've been going about, oh, man, all this. I gotta add a bunch of things to OBS, all these adders to see how long I've been doing. I upgraded to Mint 21 last night. Took about an hour. Did it through the graphics, um, or graphical method. So not all the command line stuff. Pretty easy. And Sierra chart on Mint runs better. Mint 21. Sorry. So for you Linux people that are using it on Mint or something, and if you're thinking about upgrading to Mint 21, you can do it and keep all your old files. So it's painless. So all the work you've done in Mint 20.3, you can only go from 20.3 to Mint 21. You can't go from 20.2 to 21. You got to go from 20.2 to 20.3. Then you can do the direct to Mint 21. So anyway, in Sierra chart, at startup, there are a few issues with Mint where sometimes it doesn't take. You're like, what do you mean it doesn't take? You're like, well, it just once it's up, it's more stable than Windows and it's faster. But at the very beginning, like I might have to start up the program once or twice or three times. On Mint 21, I'm 5 for 5 on startups, and it acts different on startup. There's no like weird hanging. So yeah, Mint 21. Recommend it for you Linux folk. No, just it's I'm running Linux Mint, Joseph. Yeah, I agree with you, Dave. Market is, I think, potentially just waiting for stuff. Here, we can let me turn on my news filter here for the week. I've been I've been testing at the alert thing with Frederick SST's free bundle, and so I'm testing the 15-minute early news thing, and that's why I only have like no lines on that when you looked at my HUD. Anyway, this is a very, very sideways market and not fun to trade at all. Super, super, super tight range here. I mean, that's what it is, guys. This is a sit on hands kind of day. If you made money in the morning, you might piss it away this afternoon if you just continue to play chop. Unless that's your jam, right? You're really good at playing chop. But for me, this with this kind of market movement here, I mean, like, look, let's just not try to make something. This is overnight, so this is overnight to here. Overnight was much more interesting. And the start of the cash session is right here. Look, I mean, consolidation, back into the middle of consolidation, spit everybody down, new lows, back up. Right? We might just be doing a inverted head and shoulders right now. Who knows? But it's choppy. My thought, because of the TPOs, we're going to build volume all in through here. That's my thought. Um, but I don't know. Anyway, unfortunately, it's just not always interesting. Let's see, medium and high, all apply. Yeah, I should have put all news on today. All right, save all. All right, back to Yeah, it's a little bit it's a little boring. So anyway, Joseph, I'm running Linux Mint dual boot on this PC. So I have a Windows installation and I have Linux Mint. And I've partitioned my hard drives. So that's how I'm doing it. No virtual. Sorry, I got a little I got a little scatterbrain there. Okay. Yep. It works very nice. Works very, very, very well. It's a beautiful. Don't upgrade to Sierra Chart version 2422, guys. Very important. It will change things inside your PC, inside your studies, inside your settings. Just letting you know, it will change things. I did it yesterday. It broke my HUD, my new HUD. Look, this, I added these things, the VIX. So you got to subscribe to data feeds, more data feeds, $30 of data feeds. I've added bonds, right? I added SpotGamma up here, right? So we can turn that on and off, that kind of thing. Look at the SpotGamma levels. What? But that was to the tick this morning. This is a line chart, 5 minute. So it's line on close, so it doesn't show that it was to the tick. Bing! Big bounce. Tried for zero gamma underneath. So we're dealers, no conviction. Right? So this is also giving me bias, guys. This zero gamma, not folding. Dealers didn't fold and it didn't go to the downside. So it might get there. If we come back to it, break this, it might just rip. But short term it didn't, so that's giving me some bias too. But anyway, shift, F9, get rid of that, turn this off. All right, cool. So that's part of what goes into the bias is the SpotGamma for sure. Because dealers are King Kong. Anywho, and look, a little bit higher time frame, Just kind of zoom out. Top left. Let's see. You had this pennant, right? And so it broke out. So its measured move was hit. And I don't know, when I was talking in the L3 room at some point live, I talked about this, right? Here, we'll do this. Green. Talked about this measured move like this. Oh, sorry, I'll go from here. It's about here to here. Measured move. Oh, what is going on? There. Okay, well. Okay, I have this thing backwards. My brain is not performing well here. Okay, so that is an extension. So what do? I gotta start from. There we go. Weird. Okay. And the breakout, let's not bias this thing. A breakout is here. So it almost hit the measured move. It wasn't quite there. That would have been the measured move is up here into that resistance zone from this pennant. So, it took almost the measured move off this pennant and we hit that just about. False breakdown, market sideways, breaks down back through this area here. We're kind of right in the middle of this range now, right? Kind of this whole little area. We're just building more volume. So, you break down below zero gamma below the lows, then maybe you get some volatility. But right here, bouncing here at zero gamma, right? And essentially no conviction when we went below it, short term. Just call it what it is. Market in a holding pattern, right? The airplane is taxing on the runway endlessly. We're all sitting here watching the same really boring story today. So Don't try to make too much out of the market is my sage advice. Don't try to make too much out of it. Right? Don't force your opinion all the time on the market. Like analyze it, but recognize on a day like today where the market's not giving you a strong reason to do anything, if that's what you're concluding, just recognize that you could overtrade this and try to make confluence when all the signs are pointing to a lazy market that's drifting, and you're over here trying to make a trade fit, right? Look, you got a 33% chance of being right. So is that going to bias you to making silly analyses on a day like today where it's just drifting? That's what it's doing, right? Use some contextual clues to say, okay, well, T1, T2, low volume. That's this. That's these levels. So you could look at on your HUD and see T2 is here, T1 is here. So then go back to your HUD and look. Oh, look, it's 20th percentile. It's low vol. Okay, no wonder we didn't go very far. Yeah, hedge funds are a little underwater. Here's end of month. But look, end of month, I told you guys at the beginning of last week, end of month is likely going to act as a gravity point for some time. Somebody asked, well, how long? I said, well, usually 2 or 3 days. Well, here it is now, 7 or 8 days, right? Trading days. And it's still acting like gravity. Right? The big end of month print that comes from way, let's see, way back here. That's the end of month print. You see the volume? On the 5-minute, it's like 160,000 contracts. I put that from there. That's the end of month high volume print. Look, gravity. So we had 2 days of really strong gravity. Poof, right back to it. Couldn't rotate above. Finally rotated above. Look. Came back to it. Boom. Bouncing up. Liquidated everybody on this day underneath that. What was that? Right? That was that, what print was that? I can't remember what print it was. What news event. It was, somebody will know. Oh, sorry. Yeah, HUD is showing. Thank you. Thank you. Top left. So going back to it, end of month is here. So you see that the volume is high, 160 whatever 5,000 on a 5-minute bar. Well, you know, in your HUD, I think it was like 70,000 or something contracts. So it prints out as like a big white bar, and it's like important. So what do? You know, I go in and I put a line. So I'm just repeating everything I just said, but that's okay. So I put a zone here, and I just say what it is. It's end of month high volume. And you guys asked me last week, well, how? I said it's gonna be good trading around end of month, right? That's what I said. I was excited about it. And you guys said, well, for how long? I said 2 or 3 days typically. But here we are, still in this area, rotating around end of month. It's right here. It's all that high volume acting like a gravity well up here. All right, shorts wrong below, they cover. Longs taking profit above. Again, it's just suggesting a market that's indecisive, right? A little bit of positive gamma through here. 4,200 call wall up there, right? Tried for it, little look above and fail. Right, yesterday. Up into higher time frame resistance on the weekly TPO charts. So, look, and this is what I was saying earlier. Went a little higher, sold off, shorts want to cover, back to it. Shorts want to, right? Now we're making slightly higher lows, but holding. And then we move above. More shorts cover, maybe longs take profit, right? Into the close. This was that. On this day, you guys should know this, who aren't subscribed to SpotGamma. On this day, I took a short here at 41.68. Screenshots and everything in level 3 if you guys want to take a look, if you subscribe up there. But The reason for this sell was this was SpotGamma right up here. And we were into the close, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and I predicted because of SpotGamma, this area here was likely going to be range that dealers did not, if they could slow it down here, they could make a lot of these options expire worthless. So you know what happened? When a lot of the calls that were bought this day started to get closed here, the dealers unwound their position. And when they unwound their position, it went straight down. I covered this from 68 to 53.54 times contracts. It was a sweet trade. On that day, I was a part-time trader, sharing little snippets with you guys as I held my 6-month-old girl. So that SpotGamma made this trade a breeze. Why? Because a little bit of context. Big calls, I happened to see that this was a big call day. And the theory went that this was a SpotGamma resistance level printed on the chart, on Sierra chart. It would be nice to have SpotGamma backtesting, right? That we could look at this and we could all say, oh man, on that day, the SpotGamma level was money into the close and not have it change or anything, just history, right? So historical data. It's a lot more data. Historical data is very expensive, so I know why they wouldn't do it. But it would be nice to be able to import it onto our charts so that we could start backtesting all of this stuff. But it would look really pretty. Again, there's screenshots of my short without all the SpotGamma labeling, but you'll see the teal line through there in the screenshot in level 3. So it's a great trade. So anyway, we made this double top up here and sold off. This was very difficult trading for me, but it worked out on Thursday. And we came right back in, and then this was that print I was talking about, where we went straight down. You know where SpotGamma 0 gamma was? Right here, at the low, 04. You know where SpotGamma resistance was? 53.54. I think it was 54 exactly. We went from 0 gamma straight up, and those things print at midnight, my time. So way before they've been on this chart for 4 or 5 hours already, right? So bounce from the gamma support straight up to resistance, and then we'd made this pennant right around what? End of month settlement. Right? So you guys see how you're getting an overview about looking at the market in this range, and potentially, if you keep track of that, it giving you a little bit of bias. Mint 21 is so pretty, guys. It's so pretty. Little updates here. Anyway, so really cool. Might be time for more coffee for me this morning. I think that'll do it. I think we're see. Oh, curing PC. Look, so here's what sometimes happens when you install upgrades on Sierra Chart. If you have like existing complex studies, sometimes they'll make updates to these studies, and then they reset. I hate when they do this, but they'll reset some of the values in the studies, and they claim that this never happens. But when I rolled back to 2417, my studies got corrected and things fixed. And my global settings got changed back when I rolled back to 2417. So 2417 is the version that was very stable, and all the global settings were working perfectly. So I advise, if everything's working perfectly in Sierra Chart and you have everything you want, don't keep updating unless they make you update. Or figure out what's in their changelog first. If they don't do a changelog, like right now, if you go into the changelog, just type in to a browser, Sierra Chart changelog, you'll come to a page where they attempt to document their changes. We're on version 2422, right? You know what the changelog says, has notes for? 2417. They are terrible at updating their change logs. So unless they put them in there, you don't know what they've changed. It might break your stuff. And then you're left with, I don't know where to look. I don't even know what they changed in the new version. Maybe you have to hunt the support board. Well, who has time for that? I don't. Especially now, right? So I, for you new Sierra chart users, just be careful about that. I mean, it's great that they make a lot of updates and improvements to their software. Kudos, right? I love the development speed, but look, because of that development speed and the lack of change logs, we definitely have to be careful when we update. And users who have decades or a decade plus of experience on Sierra Chart hold that rule fast with them, because this is how Sierra Chart has always done things. Rapid changes with very or non-existent change logs, or in some cases they change things that just completely destroy everybody's work in chart books. So, this is kind of it's been an issue for a lot of people. So anyway, this is like, if you're on Sierra Chart, this is like big time advice. Don't be eager to update to every latest version. You're gonna just, like, when you find stability, and unless they're updating something that you're like, oh, I'm really excited about that, because you read it in the change logs, you're like, oh, cool, they've done that. And even then, I'd wait for other people to update and then report back. Because what you'll also find is if you report back to them, like, hey, there's a problem, they'll turn around and tell you, you're an idiot. You reported this. No one else is going to have problems. You're the only dumb one. Give us your change logs, right? And then they'll make you feel really angry and upset for even sharing. So, look, just wait. Just wait. We know that they're temperamental, and this is just who they are. I'm just giving you guys good advice with Sierra Chart. Powerful software, does a lot of stuff, very customizable, great software, very fast, light on your resources, blah, 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 blah. But when it comes to updating, be careful. Anyway. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So all you do, no, it's all good. All you do is let's see. Let me see if I can show you. Now, let's see. You won't see it in the menu, so I'll tell you where it is once I figure out where it is. I think it's in Help. Yeah, it is. So it's in Help. You guys see half the menu. It's in Help, download previous version, or install previous version. Sorry, right here. See that? So you can it'll remember that what your previous version was, number one, or you can choose to roll back to an even older version. So if someone's telling you the most stable version I know is this one, you can just choose 2417, right? So that's useful, and it did. It fixed my stuff. In the latest version, I have this thing on my charts where, like, you guys see this cursor here. When I left click on the chart, it turns into a hand tool. That's a setting. On the latest version, 2422, they flipped those settings off. So I was over here like trying to drag my chart. I'm like, why isn't this working, right? So I'm struggling to navigate things. So some of those settings were flipped. There were quite a few of them. I couldn't even remember which ones. I had to kind of just look at the settings and then flip some of them back. I hope I got all of them, because some of these settings you make, you put some work in initially, you make the settings changes, and then you forget about what you set, and you just know that it acts and behaves how you like it to behave, and now it's not. So then you got to go rehunt for the settings. So I hope I got them all. But yeah, it wasted time for me yesterday after the close. I was, fixing HUD and it was, it's not appreciated. Anyway, it is what it is, right? Anyway, I'm gonna head off here. I will maybe join you guys in Discord in a little bit after I get some coffee. Maybe we can talk live. But I think I've done all the analysis I'm gonna do on YouTube today. So anyway, hope you guys learn a few things here, and we'll catch you guys in the Discord. Have a good one.